So welcome to Instant Discussions. My name is John.
Steffan.
And Tony, but you didn't say what episode it was, like always.
Yeah, I was about to say what episode it was because I was actually looking up what the last episode was. So it's episode 15, wow. Word Wars.
Yeah, I almost forgot that I had to pick today. And right before you had texted me about it,
okay.
I went, oh wait, is it my turn? Who picked the? Oh right, it is my turn. So yeah, no, I went and looked up what I wanted to pick.
Oh, turns. Yes.
Speaking of turns,
Word Wars. Yes, this is a documentary about words and the wars they've caused.
Yeah,
no,
like
religion true at all.
And Jesus.
Yes.
No.
And jihad.
Which are all words. I don't know if you can play that in Scrabble. Jihad. If you're playing,
I would think so.
it depends because it's used by the.
It's a magic card.
If it's used by the English, like what point is those? Because they use like "twa."
Oh yeah,
It's
having sex,
like key
and stuff.
Yeah,
as in QI.
yeah.
I don't know.
"Twa" for two is in there that they used.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
So Word Wars about the trials and tribulations of the Scrabble circus. Get it? Get it? Because it's like trials.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now. This one, I like this in the category of documentaries that you look at and you think, just looking at you look at the cover of it and you say, okay, it's a documentary about Scrabble. That looks exciting. Like there's the other one that was the documentary
It does not
about...
look exciting at all.
Exactly. It seems like the most boring thing you could think
If you had not put that on when we were together that one day, I would not have ever watched this.
Well, I was actually
Or at
excited.
least I wouldn't have been looking forward to it at all.
It was already on my queue,
Mm-hmm.
and when I watched the Fistful of Quarters, I think it was, that came up as right after, and I read it, and I was like, oh, that looks good. Which
So
I think very similar to also.
Yeah, once you watch a movie, especially like I've been wanting it to get back on there, but King of Kong or Chasing Ghosts, but especially King of Kong.
Yeah.
Once you watch something like that, then you kind of you look at these documentaries in different light. Where you're like, you watch more that don't look as interesting in hopes that they're going to be that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Now, there's other ones out there like Under the Boardwalk, the Monopoly one, which is not that great. And I think the main thing about it is if you actually watch that other one through, it's not necessarily just the subject matter of which game it is and whether you like that game. They didn't really focus on characters in the other one, and that's what makes this one so great. Is you pick. You've got the tournament, okay, that's one thing, but you pick these 4 characters that are great personality, very interesting personalities.
Yeah, like I didn't care anything about Scrabble. I hate the game Scrabble.
And how lucky for them that, spoiler alert for people who haven't shut this off yet, that the winner was such a character.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You know?
Well,
I got like teary-eyed.
If any 4 of those people win, it still would have been great, but just following those people. The flaw would have been if they follow these 4 people for that long and then some other guy wins.
I'm glad the reigning champ didn't win.
Yeah.
He got on my nerves for some reason.
Yeah, he was...
The reigning champ, the Tai Chi guy.
Oh.
They made Joe. They made him out to be Joe Headley. They made him out to be the villain, and you've got to have those in these stories.
He didn't seem too villainous.
He was very simple. But the only reason he was a villain was just like his competition with the in the park in New York. Yeah. Where his attitude towards it, he's the Zen master. He's like, oh, I'm just.
And then when he's in a park, one of the more natural settings you can get in society.
Oh, the environment wasn't right.
Yelling.
This wouldn't be acceptable in a tournament setting. But then when he gets to the tournament setting and is losing and is in like 73rd place, he's like, I didn't have my acupuncture, just something was off, and it's like, no, you just weren't as good as the other people around you.
We're doing bad.
You lost.
So I really did. I loved his name G.I. Joel.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I think he's my favorite.
Just like when he has his little thing, he's like, excuse me.
Oh, it's my GI again.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's real or not. I think he was just like screwing with people.
It's real.
Because if they were doing that to me and I was playing, I'd be like, oh, throw me off my game.
No, that's got to be real. I mean,
I saw the pills and stuff, and it's like,
yeah, no, it is something that can throw people off their game, but
I don't know, like to the intensity he had it. Like I know that every now and then, like I will belch myself, and
this is
he looked
comes out.
definitely
Liquid's coming out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens to me.
Does it really?
Yeah,
that's weird.
Every once in a while, I'll do it. I did it actually earlier today. I did it, and I had nothing in my diet that suggested that should have happened. It was really frustrating because
it's really gross.
It usually only happens when it's my diet, when the way I eat. So
I was just watching this when we were eating. We got to that point.
Yeah, it was gross though. And I like Marlon.
Yeah, Marlon's great.
I like the when he's they have the new rules. He's like, shit, niggas be looking at me. I'm like, not really.
Please refrain from foul language and intimidating photos.
Joe's intimidating.
I felt like he was trying to make himself more of like out there though.
Well,
like almost like fabricating a character based on himself.
I don't know because based on the way that his family was talking about him, it seems to be part of that personality. I'm sure they edit it in ways that make it so these people are more exaggerated.
It's probably the editing, if anything, that makes it.
Yeah.
But I think he definitely is that type of person where he could. They're four very brilliant people, but they're all restricted by different things. And his main thing is he's intolerant of white people, and that's. And so, in anything in the Western culture, he's intolerant of that.
Well, the white man has held them down for hundreds of years.
But he's so focused on that.
No, I know.
That,
it's like annoying.
Yeah, it prevents him from doing anything great. He has all these opportunities available to him because of his intelligence, because of his abilities, but he's just so against it that he's not able to pursue any of that. In the same way, it's a movie about four very passionate people that are dedicated to the thing that they do, that love that one thing, but they've grown that one skill so great that everything else has fallen.
That's the thing, though. Like the winner, G.I. Joel or whatever.
Yeah,
he explained it perfectly how like he can't do anything else, and
because they asked if he was a genius.
Yeah, he sees who he really is, and that's the amazing part, that he continues to strive for first place. I mean, it's cool he won $25,000.
Yeah,
he could have worked his ass off.
Everyone else that was in the competition that worked their ass off to not get $25,000. Yeah. And if you dedicated everything to that, and you do win these tournaments, and you win enough tournaments and play enough of that, you make a living off of it. It doesn't matter that you don't have another job.
Yeah.
If you're winning $25,000, they said at the end that the ESPN tournament was $50,000. If you're winning a tournament every single year, plus some little tournaments along the way and a few other games, that's perfectly fine making a living off of Scrabble. But if you do all that and dedicate your life to it and don't win, you come in second place.
Yeah, there's only certain people who can do that. There's 2 or 3 guys who could probably live it. And then the little kid even was like, they asked him, he's like, no, I don't want this to consume my life. Like, he sees that. I mean,
they set up good points of like comedy in there, where it's comedy in that they're so sad. They're very sad characters.
I felt bad for them.
And you laugh so you don't cry.
I'm wondering how much, like, the majority of those guys get laid. I was really wondering how much they get laid.
Marlon does in Tijuana.
Oh my lord, what was that about?
They were in San Diego. I mean,
but he's like, man, I'm gonna pimp home and get some ladies. Then it's like, oh, a whore. Okay. I thought you were gonna pick up on girls or something.
No. He only has so much time.
That was just so weird, the way they threw that in there. It really was.
Yeah. It was great.
I started laughing.
I'm motherfuckers in the city play Scrabble. This is really weird.
And then what was it? It was this game Green or something?
Matt?
Yeah, Matt Green.
Yeah.
What was up with all the shirts?
His cuts the shirts.
Yeah.
And his jeans right like where the butt crease is? I was like, how did that happen and why would you wear that?
Yeah, how did that happen more like occurred to me.
Yeah.
I don't even...
Because it's like perfectly like...
But
yeah, it's just below the pocket. Like, what?
He and Marlon were 2 people who were, like, as I was saying, proudly poor. Mm-hmm. They live very simple lives, and they don't care to have
but then
money.
He's gambling for $1,000.
Yeah. Because that's, if he got the money, he's just... Sure, I'll gamble to make more.
He was probably just like really super confident in himself about it.
Well, he's confident in himself, but he's also playing against one of the greatest. Like they're all the greatest Scrabble players playing against each other. So there's good chance you're going to lose, and there's also a good chance you could win. But it's the high stakes game that it is.
Yeah.
Though once you're naturally ranked, I'm sure he can't go to just any person and try to say, hey, I'll play you a game of Scrabble for $1,000. And they're like,
But you're saying how they're like the best guys, they're the top ranked.
Yeah.
But then you see them, I've seen where they take out the board and put it on the floor, and they're like, I was like, what the heck? They're like little kids.
The postmortem to seeing all the different places.
Okay, well, but that makes total sense to me, at least, because like I played a lot of card games in my and like I went to tournaments and regionals and stuff.
What kind of cards?
It was a similar game to Magic the Gathering. It was similar.
Don't say
it was Legend of the Five Rings.
Oh wow, that's old.
Yeah, it's still around.
Do they still?
Yeah. I played it for a little while, and like that kind of thing would happen where like in a tournament, like if you lose out, then you don't want to just leave, and you kind of want to be there for the finals, so you end up just like kind of dicking around with all the other people. And just, like,
they do the same
making
thing.
in-game jokes about the game because they're all people that appreciate it. So like I saw that and I was just like, it took me back for like just a second.
But they do the same thing for sports too, where you SportsCenter, you look at highlights, you see what's going on in the game, and then you analyze the game afterwards. It's that same thing. They're just doing
I know.
They're playing,
but it's Scrabble.
Yeah.
That's why it's just so weird.
But also, it's also football and guys running around the field tossing a ball.
Football hasn't changed ever. And
yeah, it's similar thing. I mean, different rules change in football.
But it's just funny.
Scrabble where they say
new words have been added.
It's just funny to see how excited they get.
Yeah,
like children excited.
Yeah,
that's football.
It's the same kind of thing. It's just a different type of game.
People, when they get to score a touchdown, how many minutes of dancing or whatever, ridiculous dancing or whatever.
In football, when you have the dance party after every touchdown, it's just like that. I mean, yeah, I need to.
Or even people in their homes just watching it.
Yeah. It looked like in the final Scrabble competition, they at least showed one person in the audience that had the binoculars on, checking out the words. But I don't know if they didn't really seem to show the stands much. But the one time I saw the stands, there was like one person sitting in the audience. Yay! There you go, Scrabble. I don't know. It seemed to be a huge crowd to watch the tournaments.
Well, generally, like with things like this, you can't watch from afar. So.
It's difficult to really do. There's so many games going on in that one. You're like, I'm gonna focus on this. Oh, they got
I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised they didn't have at that tournament camera set up on the finals table. Because like even at the game I play, like even right now, they always have cameras set up on the finals.
Because everyone around there that's played in the other ones, they're gonna want to watch that. That game.
They want to watch.
I'm sure it's gotten bigger now. Like a lot of these things, dude.
When I was watching this, I wanted to go to just like one of these competitions and just sit and look at the letters and plug it into one of the programs and be like, Kujibo! Just like to throw it out there. They're like,
These people are those programs, though.
No, but there's some that they miss, though. Especially when it's later on in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my head.
Kujibo?
No, to look and be like, oh, you're missing that. Like,
find the anagram solver
and
figure out the places they're not playing. Yeah.
Oh, then what's up with Matt Green's like big thing right here?
I don't know if I noticed that.
You see the big scar like Brad Pitt
scar,
in what's that movie?
Wow.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was like from here all the way back. And I was like, what?
I don't know. I don't really think about what that guy's life is like.
I was really
don't really want to think about his life.
I don't know if I want to. He's got all those like millions of bottles of drugs.
Yes. Oh wow, the brain boosting drugs.
That was
ridiculous. It's like maybe I should cut down on the brain boosting drugs. Manage it a little better. Yeah.
Like this is where his money goes. Is all these drugs.
Yeah.
This is where all of his money goes.
And yeah.
I think Marlon was smoking marijuana cigarettes.
Well, it said it joins
open joints
on the
fridge.
On the fridge.
And he totally did.
And he lit it with a cigarette too. He's like.
And then there was the other scene where they cut to 4:20 in the hotel. For some reason, it had the timestamp of 4:20 on there when he was smoking.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
No. That was towards the end after he was playing the game with G.I. Joel, and he gets the A E D O.
Yeah.
And he gets that.
That's what I did.
He's like, this is terrible. Puts the letters back, gets it. A-E-I-O.
He just gets up.
Leaves. Just walks out.
But when that happened, I was like, oh, God, that sucks.
I've gotten that before, and like, Can I spell because I can totally spell that right now. If that accepts as a word.
Castle.
There's no other. Like, you can't do anything with that. Like I guess I'll play the next 7 rounds with an A here and then put an A that. Yeah. Stupid Scrabble.
Exactly.
It's an interesting game. Now that
I enjoy coming back to it every time I play it.
Yeah.
Because what's nice is, like, particularly, like, if I play it intermittently, I don't play it all the time. Just, maybe once a month or once every other week or something.
I'm not good at words.
I'm not good at words.
I'd much rather play Risk. Or Settlers of Catan. Or 7 Wonders.
It's a tough game because with so many other games, it's based on the chance, it's based on roll the dice, but you don't really... the things you need to know in your head are your strategy. And that's the things that you know in most games that you play. This game requires you to know words, and so it requires so much extra knowledge in addition to the chance of the letters that you draw out and what your opponent does.
And I didn't realize, they had the list and they're crossing off each letter and they're doing stuff. I didn't even know what they're doing, but there was a lot of information on the sheets.
Yeah, well, they mark out the tiles that they got and
so that
drawings so they know which letters are left in the bag.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Because if you've got that cue, you want to know how many U's are in that bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you know whether or not you should be trying to use it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that's something I've always meant to keep track of whenever I play, just how many U's are left in the bag. It's the only letter that's, like, really, really important to me, I think. It's like, because of that cue.
Yeah, I've never played Scrabble with any type of strategy other than the individual turn. I haven't thought about the other players in the game because I haven't played Scrabble that seriously. It's usually been like a fun game, play at home, as they were saying in the beginning, just the non-tournament play of this. So you said you hate Scrabble because you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not really fun for me. Yeah. I just never really gotten into it. Maybe I need a better board. I hate when you have just the board out there and everything's moving around.
Yeah, they have the deluxe one with the
that turns
and it has the pockets. That
so they don't slip around.
I really like it better if I had that. Yeah. That part's cool. They just turn it around. I was like, good idea.
No, I'll probably buy that for my girlfriend, and she won't know. She doesn't watch this.
She didn't subscribe though.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. It's really get all. I was surprised I didn't see any board flipping in this.
I was hoping for that.
Marlon almost
did.
Yeah.
Wait, he got like 3rd place, Marlon, right?
Eighth place. He was in 3rd place for a while. He got 8th place. He's got an $800. So he's trying for that $25,000 because he doesn't have a job as all these people don't. But so that's $800. He gets a little off of for that now.
Yeah.
I guess he's. It seemed like he maybe lived with his parents there, or with his mom. So it could be all right. You can do all right, but then at the end, Joel's got his life-changing ability there, and he plays the song Across the Universe there because it's got words in the lyrics, and that's why he plays it. But I do like that they repeated the song at the end when he gets the newfound fame. And tours around because they keep repeating the line, "Nothing's going to change my world," and winning that tournament then completely changed his life in the coming days, where he's got these going into the limo and he's got that Scrabble tie-up on the makeup for the television and
USA Today.
Good,
I was really excited when I'll be honest, I was sitting messing around when I said I got teary-eyed at the very end.
Because they
I was like, because I felt so bad. He was the biggest loser out of all of them.
Yeah.
He had nothing going on.
Yeah, they're all pretty bad, but he's got the health stuff on top of that.
Yeah.
I think what's great about him is there's so many people in any competition, throughout any type of category of thing, in entertainment and sports and all these, there are so many people who they're clouded and they're not self-aware of anything like this, and he was completely self-aware about his abilities and about what they were worth and about his value and his standing in the world. That was brilliant. So he wasn't. Yeah, he didn't think that it was that Scrabble meant everything in the world. I was like, no, I just get really good at that, and it's not really Marvel, whatever.
It's a game.
Yeah, so I think because of that, because he's such a sad character, and because he's aware of that, and
he knows how sad.
He knows how sad of a person he is. That just makes him. That made him very endearing.
Yeah. But you also see the climb that he takes, and his mistakes and stuff like that. And then to have his dad there at the end was like really. I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, but if they had followed the other guy, Nigel, if we had followed his journey in this, then that final game might have been conflicting for you to watch. It's still like
British, and we're American.
That's the only thing we know about him is that he's British. His name's Nigel.
He thinks he's better than everybody.
And you just see his name up there. You don't see him until that very end. You see his name.
Did they show where these four are from?
They're all from America, but I know that
two are from the East Coast one because they had to train it.
Yeah.
And they all had to fly.
Yeah.
At least the 4 of them did.
Although Marlon plays from Ghana. He represents Ghana.
Right.
I didn't like this. He annoyed me, even though I laughed. But him as a person, I was like, I would never want to hang out with this guy ever.
Oh, I couldn't hang out with him because he just. It's the same thing with him hanging out with Matt.
I could actually hang out with them more, but Marlon just got on my nerves.
Yeah, I couldn't hang out with Joe either. Joe Edley.
Oh, him? No. Yeah, both of them. They seem like a kind of a quiet narcissist almost.
Yeah,
I hang out with Marlon.
I don't know. I like if he was at like a game day that you were having, then I could play games with him. But I don't know if I could spend too much time with him.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No. It's in doses.
Yeah, just in small
doses, but still.
10-minute Skypes.
I probably enjoy meeting the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll shake his hand and be like, "Oh, I saw you in this documentary." I want to hang out with G.I. Joel. Take him to a strip club. I want to see how he deals with it. The girl in his lap.
You would act with Joel the same way you act around Charles. Though Charles is he's got much more brilliance in different areas too. He's not like as focused like G.I. Joel is. But I see you treating him the same way. Like, hey, let's get you drunk.
Yeah, I got drunk and go to a strip club. Dude, totally. Yeah. He's got $25,000.
Although I think if they made a fictional...
So this is the basis of yours and Charles' relationship.
Completely is. It's like Marlon and Joel. Yeah, the one was taking the Tijuana. It's like...
Yeah, that's right.
I want to see...
The Tijuana, didn't you?
I want them to make the fictional movie about this the same way they did with... There's a documentary about the college... there was I can't remember what college they're from, but this group of kids that they studied counting cards and everything, and they went to Vegas and that, and then they made the movie 21 with Kevin Spacey. Yeah. And the documentary is way better than the movie.
Oh, really?
So then why do you want them to make a fictional
because I want them to make a fictional movie about this so that they could cast the guy who plays Buster in Arrested Development as G.I. Joel and Craig Robinson as Marlon. Yeah.
Just improv it up. Dude, that would be actually really good. That would be funny. That would be really good.
He'd be funnier, but...
Oh, man.
Because I want to get Bill Murray as the champ guy.
Oh, yeah.
That would be such a good movie. And they could improv like 50% of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, that's so good.
See? It would just be a fun movie. And you could even... You can get anyone to direct it, but like maybe if you got Wes Anderson, because it's like that quirky, they're in this... Scrabble tournament.
Because they have those other weird...
And he's the only one that can get Bill Murray to do anything. So.
That's actually a really good idea. It sounds stupid, but it would be hilarious.
Yeah, you take these...
You have to get the right people, though. It has to be them.
It has to be them,
yeah.
I don't know about the fourth guy.
Yeah. I don't know if they manage. It would probably end up being like Johnny Knoxville or something.
Yeah. Someone just completely out there and ridiculous like that. Yeah.
How about Ryan Reynolds? He's handsome.
That wouldn't work.
I know.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. You could have someone like Ryan Reynolds come in at the end, or
he could be the English guy.
Yeah.
But super douchey.
Yeah.
Douche it up.
Oh, we can make a good movie out of this.
Stupid Americans.
Yeah.
This movie was good. I was hoping to maybe play a little bit of Scrabble in the end.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think I gave it a 5.
5? Wow.
I want to see more. And honestly, there was no point where I really got bored. I was expecting to get bored at certain points, but I think they mix up the characters enough, and
they started off pretty fast. Like they give you a little bit of intro of just people playing Scrabble in the park, and then they hit you with that explanation of the game and the explanation of the serious players of the game and how they play it, and that gets you excited in that. And in that intro, they introduce these are the 4 people we're going to look at, and once you learn about those 4 people, you're in. You're going to follow everything.
Yeah, once you get to the point where you meet them, like
I want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I give it a 5. I guess if there was no recommendations, like I didn't care to see something similar,
that works.
then I'd probably give it like a 4.
Mm-hmm.
4.5 in between there.
Yeah.
I really like it.
we get a 4.
4. I think I gave it a 4. I haven't rated it yet. It recommends it to me at 3.5.
It recommended it to me at 4.5, so it's pretty spot on.
Cool.
Although I think that was actually my shared account that it recommended to me at 3.5. I need to check I have my dedicated account. That's where I rated all my stuff. So where it really knows me, I'm sure it would rate it higher for me for that.
Yeah, I don't technically. It's not my rating system.
It really screws it up if you watch it with other people and then they rate other things, and it's like, well, this is how you as a group would like this.
And that's why I've actually just relinquished the rating system to my girlfriend, is because I don't want to taint it one way or the other.
Yeah.
It might as well just be one way or the other. So just go for it, because she uses it more than I do. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can create the sub accounts so then you can, like, just for rating purposes.
Yeah.
Have that on there.
that would be really cool.
Yeah. Because their algorithms are really great.
Get on a Netflix.
Yes.
Serious. That would be
Get
really
better at individualizing for the family, you know? You want each person to have their own rating thing. Because the recommendations are brilliant when it knows you. And it says, you're going to like this 5, and then you watch it and you're like, it does.
You want a lot for $7.99 a month, and
Yes!
all this,
Yes, we do.
access to all this.
We just lost all of the, the Universal
my gosh, what
stuff.
happened? Yeah.
What stuff was it?
I think it was everything from, like, Universal or Warner Brothers, maybe?
Warner Brothers, yeah.
A ton of they pulled a ton of their stuff.
2,000
titles off of Netflix Instant Watch. Because they're doing their own streaming service. Because they saw how great the Netflix model works, and now they say, hey, we can do that.
Yeah, making
Yoink.
tons of money.
Like, oh, that's not cool. Stop that. Luckily, great things like Word Wars are still on there. The reason I like pointing out this movie,
and all that awesome stuff.
but I like pointing out movies like Word Wars, and when we started with Clean Flicks, because it's great to know that movies like Memento are on there. Some movies that you know, they're great movies on there, and I see them like the front page, like Pulp Fiction's on there. That's really Paranorman, anyone. There's lots of great stuff on there that you know. But I love these things like Word Wars where you're saying, you come across it, and when people look at Netflix and say, there's so much junk on Netflix, it's just, garbage. And we're like, no, it's just things you don't know about, haven't heard about. But when you watch it, you realize it's some really good stuff. Now, there's definitely crap on Netflix. But what I hope to do is, we point out things that aren't. It's not thunder.
It's
the same
trash
thing.
cans.
Yeah, trash cans.
I was just like,
Every single week, we always hear at some point, trash cans. Ain't it fun?
it really did sound like thunder there from
Thunder Down Under.
Yeah, that got added.
Oh god!
Did you not notice that?
I didn't. I didn't have.
I was like, I meant to text you the other day.
Oh god, this is
Are
all.
Are you serious? I just bought it too.
I did too, but
I
love it. Okay, now, now you can go back and watch our episode where we talk about the Cabin in the Woods, because apparently it's on Netflix. Yay! That episode works. There's so much good stuff on Netflix. I can't believe people think it's not good. Just looking at this list.
Beowulf's on there. That was good.
Oh, I forgot about.
Oh, so much good. All right.
I might change my pick right now.
It's kind of racist.
Because.
All right, figure
You
it
got a
out.
movie about Paperboy?
That. I really
Yeah.
want to pick that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think I might pick that now.
All right, what's your pick?
Just change my pick. We're gonna be watching a movie with Jack Nicholson, who my mom hates. For some reason, I don't really know. She's always kind of really disliked him. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like it's just like his character.
Well, this is I don't know for your mom not liking him. It's probably the character, but there's been things with like my girlfriend doesn't like Steve Martin, and I think that's because she knows him from things like The Pink Panther and the newer stuff that he's done, not knowing the original. So it's the sad. So if someone younger said they didn't like Jack Nicholson, or just because of the recent movies that he's done, and you're like he's become the caricature of himself.
Yeah.
They're like, no, he's He's brilliant when he.
She also just like hates. Well, I mean, she just hates him, like as in like she hates his smile. He's always seems so devious.
His eyes.
Yeah. He's like,
That's why I'm with Chevy Chase. Except for Community, I don't really like. I guess the Christmas Vacations and all those.
He's a dick all there.
But the rest of the movies
that's in person life, but on the camera.
So this movie is Chinatown.
I've never seen this. I've never heard of it. I have no clue what movie this is.
Oh my god, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat, Tony. If you don't like this,
I'll say this again. If you like Big Fish, then you'll love this.
I say this again. Like I said in Big Fish, if you don't like this, I'm gonna hate you. But you probably won't like it now. I guess it's 1974.
Yes.
It's a good year.
So it's an old film, but it's an amazing movie. Is this the thing that they give on the?
I think this is the same thing. So I'm trying to see.
Don't say anything. I don't want to know anything about the movie.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to pull out randomly, I guess.
It is,
I guess
but
not even gonna look.
Yeah. So I mean, you can read the description.
But
you'll be why not just watch it?
Yeah, you'd be okay reading it.
Yeah. This is going to be really exciting to talk about. Yes.
Yeah. It's
called Chinatown.
2 hours
and 74.
Now don't
and
look
Jack
up.
Nicholson's in it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like,
it's a good movie.
I'm not gonna look up anything. I'm just
just
play it.
And what's the girl's name? What's the actress's name? What's her name? Faye Dunaway.
Yeah. Yep.
Faye Dunaway.
Is she hot?
This is.
And it's Roman Polanski film.
You don't need to say that.
Why?
Now people are going to boycott it.
No.
Just like Hollywood boycott him, or they didn't really, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, so screw my old pick.
we'll talk. Maybe we'll get to that one later. We'll talk about Chinatown and Roman Polanski and everything that it comes from that all next week. Should be very fun. Thank you all for watching and listening.
Yeah.
And share us.
All those listeners out there.
Share us with your friends and enemies. Yes.
Frenemies.
And your
whatever.
and your lovers.
Yes.
Your bedmates.
Mm-hmm. After a nice tryst.
Yeah.
Sit down.
What they need to watch is us talking about word wars.
Yeah. They really get you in the mood.
Yeah.